This is the Just Right Now Spoken Word Series YouTube documentary. This is episode 4, Motivation. And all of these videos are uncut and live. So I'm pretty sure people want to know, what is the driving force? What is the motivation behind the intentionality of Just Right Now? Well, it was through my discernment process that I was inspired by Khalif Browder and his incarcerated experience at Rikers Island in New York. Most of you may know of Khalif's story in the film, the 13th documentary, and of course now Jay-Z's new series on Spike TV. And it regards Khalif Browder's experience with incarceration because he was never charged for a crime, but he spent 3 years in jail as a teenager at Rikers Island. But what really broke my heart was finding out that 2 years after his release from jail, he committed suicide. And I watched the entire interview with Huffington Post, and I seen the clip, the insert in the 13th documentary. And the first question that came to mind was, where was Khalif Browder's help? You had all these people publicizing his story, but my question was, why? Why would suicide be a choice for him? When all these people were in contact with him, publicizing his story, was there anybody who was genuinely concerned about the health and care and well-being of him? So I have a suggested answer of no. And there could have been, and maybe that was the only way, but I feel like suicide should never be an option. I mean, there's just too many people on this earth. Well, that brings me to the vision and the motivation behind Just Right Now. I am here asking questions like, where was Khalif Browder's help? Why do we have less resources for our Black men? What are we doing to raise awareness to help our men of color heal spiritually and mentally? How effective have those grant dollars been to the communities of color? How have our familial roles and relationships changed in the household with our Black fathers gone due to incarceration, substance abuse, police violence, domestic abuse? How can the church be of more support in these communities? How are the families impacted emotionally, financially when a family member is incarcerated? And many, many, many more questions. Well, I have some very good news because we're going to get this journey started. You'll see less of me, and over the next 12 weeks, you will be introduced to the Ujamaa men. You will have the opportunity to experience life with them and through them. And what you will also witness is the evidence of how powerful spoken word can be to support the positive change that has already taken place in these men's lives. Am I personally invested? Yes, I am. Brief synopsis of my story is that I have a father who has been incarcerated for the majority of my life. I have 2 cousins who are incarcerated, and I support them as much as I can. And I have a son. So thank you for continuing on this journey with me. Please share, like, add a comment to this YouTube video if it's being shared on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Leave your comments. I'd love to read them, suggestions, anything. Also, you can follow me on Facebook at Queen Author Poet, Twitter at Queen Author Poet, Instagram at Queen Author Poet, and my website is www.missmarlenesoffice.com. This is Queen, and I am your spoken word facilitator for Just Right Now.